All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So today the news about that boy Melly. Praise the Lord for everybody who's not in that situation, because believe me, you don't want to be in that situation. Like, enjoy the freedom and everything. And before we start, that information is hella important. This video contains commentary on publicly available legal documents. All individuals discussed are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. The information presented here is for educational purposes, entertainment only, and should not be taken as legal advice or a definitive statement of fact for me or anybody else. Certain sensitive details may have been redacted to protect privacy. All content is based on documents filed in the court or otherwise available through public records. Yeah. So here we are. Let's see. He said it himself that people don't like Melly's mom. I mean, like, who does? Let's be honest. I mean, she is just a nasty person, but yeah, well, but it's the newest update from what we know so far. So let's get right into it. Go subscribe to that boy Cuff Boys. He's a real G when it comes to, like, oh, I haven't subscribed to him on that channel. So here we are.
Leaked intentionally to taint the jury. Alright, I know a lot of you don't care about Melly's mom and don't like her. I've seen the comments, trust me. But ever since all this shit leaked, I was curious on what she thought of it. A lot of people don't understand this about this trial. There's a difference between did Melly do it and can the state prove he did it? That's the big difference.
That's the thing. We all think we know what happened, but we don't. I mean, like, let's put it that way. I mean, like, yeah, as obvious as it looks, we weren't there. We were not there. So I'm almost 100% positive as well that he did it. And he deserves to spend the rest of his life in jail if he actually did it. But if not, if there's a small chance that he didn't do it, imagine, imagine. So to prove that, and with all the ups and downs, I mean, like, Miami courtrooms are a mess.
With this trial. Those are two different questions. Later in this video, I show a clip of a very experienced lawyer talking about everything too. Stick around for that. Hey, subscribe. Let's go, boys. All right, here we go.
I
Melly's
did.
mama on Instagram eating looks like Outback Steakhouse.
He's coming home. I don't know when the next court date is. You know, we just won the appeal thing, and everything is just, I don't know.
It is in a weird limbo stage, the criminal trial. Like, I've checked this site a lot. There's not anything going on in the criminal trial. It's just dead for the past, like, 2 months. Well, he won that
That's
appeal,
crazy.
but that was in the appellate courts or whatever, but the criminal trial has not proceeded in any filings at all.
Everything that you guys are seeing is related to the civil case. That lawyer, John Phillips, is like the king of slander. Like, he just keeps releasing and doing things because clearly, I don't know, maybe he wanted to be a criminal.
Man, I don't think, like, don't trust this. Do you trust these eyes? Tell me, do you trust these eyes? Let's see what he has to say. But first, yeah, I kind of agree. He's coming home, Mr. Famous Last for, yeah. Yeah. See you. See you guys. She goes so hard for a baby, the same baby that always disrespected her and was even cool with his homeless. Yeah.
Attorney and couldn't be one, but he's doing the most for this civil case, and like the lies and the, I don't know, that man's weird. I filed a bar complaint on him once. I'm gonna file another one.
So she just brought up John Phillips, the lawyer for the victims' families that are suing her and Melly and everyone. All the shit that's leaked the past few weeks leaked because, I think, allegedly, his YouTube channel. John Phillips had everything on his YouTube channel in a playlist, but it was unlisted. And if you don't know what unlisted means on YouTube, the videos won't show up on your homepage or anything or be in the recommended, but there is a technical way you can find it if you have the URL or if you can find this playlist. So apparently he had all these videos in a YNW Melly playlist. They were all
Okay, that's
unlisted,
weird.
but a playlist you can still find on someone's channel. Someone found this list for this lawyer's channel, or he just straight up sent it to people and leaked all this shit on purpose. The lawyer. Kind of crazy, but that's why she's mad at John Phillips. The fact that this lawyer had all this shit on his YouTube channel is baffling because it was all sealed, by the way. Having sealed YouTube videos on your YouTube channel, even if they're unlisted, is so brain dead. I've talked to 2 other lawyers about this, and they're baffled. It's so dumb.
Y'all
I kind of agree. Yeah, I do agree.
gotta stop believing everything y'all hear on the internet, please and thank you.
What did you just say?
It's so dumb.
Y'all gotta stop believing everything y'all hear on the internet, please.
They're baffled. It's so dumb.
Y'all gotta stop believing everything y'all hear on the internet, please and
These are not trustworthy eyes. I'm just saying it out loud. That boy cooked, and he 110% deserves it. Of course, I mean, like, if there's any doubt, of course, I mean, like, I want justice. But that boy, demon.
thank you. People just be saying anything. Listen, I've heard too much about just dumb shit.
Well, I mean, the stuff that's leaked the past few weeks, it's not
She's
just
lying.
nonsense. I mean, there's some evidence to back it up.
Yeah. See, I wasn't even listening to my boy. Yeah. She's lying. She can't maintain eye contact. She's lying.
Walls are caving in a little bit.
Yeah.
Even if it is just for the civil case.
Yeah,
And it's not going to be
yeah.
used in the criminal trial or whatever. It's still just not looking good, boys. And the civil case alone is what, $10 million? I mean, they're either going to have to settle or they're going to be held liable for a shit ton of money.
Free Melly till he free.
She just wants the money.
Don't worry, y'all. He coming. At this point, Melly needs to come back to save rap.
Look, I'm struck by the lightning of cringeness. That's all I can say. I mean, like, yeah, he had bangers. What are you talking about saving rap? It's almost hip hop is in a state of 911. That was said like what was it, 15 years ago, 20 years ago? Hip hop is gone. Almost. Almost, unfortunately. She just wants to look her smile. I mean, nah, nah, bro. Yeah.
YB,
Yeah.
why y'all putting YB better in my chat? Like we got beef with this kid or something. That's so weird to me. Y'all just love for like all rappers to like beef. Everybody can get along. You know that, right?
Well, they did get in a fist fight in the studio, but
He's very talented. He's literally like probably what did they say, the Michael Jackson of y'all times or whatever.
Okay, she's reaching, bro. She's reaching, bro. At this point, I wouldn't even be mad if Portland snitched. I mean, like, come on, bro. It's getting so stupid with that street code, snitch code. No, don't do it. I mean, like, yeah, sure. If you want to throw your life away, do the crime, you better do the time. Otherwise, man. But Portland had a no contest plea deal, so his release date was actually 2032. How long? See, bruv, that's almost nothing. He's almost out. That lawyer, yeah, he deserves, I mean, he deserves the world almost for getting these kind of charges, homicide charges, thrown out the window. Imagine that. Imagine that. From 5 life sentences down to parole, like to 10 years. Where was it? Yeah, has been sentenced to 10 years in prison. No, to plead no contest to several charges in connection with the deaths of Christopher Y.W. Juvie, Thomas Jr., and Anthony Y.W. Chaser Williams. Not long ago, September 9th, 2025. Actually, it's wild. It's wild. 10 years, credit served, 6 years of probation. He will be out in like 3 years. Good time served, whatever. 1 year. That's 1 year. It's, yeah, it's Friday, 28th of November. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Melly's cooked because they want a bigger fish. I mean, like, they didn't want to spend all those finances, all those resources, all this taxpayer money, everything. They didn't want to spend it on like on a second level name. Melly is way bigger. If they can make those charges stick to that dude, that's news everywhere. And I mean, like, even probably a career boost for, I don't know, that DA. But let's keep it going.
Like, he's super talented.
Yeah, side eye. Mad side eye, bro.
Listen,
Nah.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this real nicely. Whatever you've seen in the first trial is pretty much what you're gonna see if there's a second trial, but with better lawyer. There is no new evidence. There is no new nothing. Actually, there's less.
If there's a second trial, what does that mean? There ain't no way there's a plea deal, right? Because state of Florida is not offering him a plea deal. And if they did, it would be life in prison, which I doubt he would accept. You know what I mean? So that would be the only plea. So I don't know why she worded it like that, but
you guys, what you're seeing that's being released is all coming from circumstantial stuff that has to do with the civil lawsuit, not his criminal case. Drew Finling is handling the criminal case.
Drew Finling is handling the criminal case, and he's busy with all the Dirk shit right now.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. Dirk Finney. Nah, that's what was the name? Bro, not good with it.
Criminal case.
Drew Finling is handling the criminal case, and he's busy with all the Dirk shit right now.
There's a new attorney. Yeah, Drew Finning. Whatever. Never mind. But yeah, he's Dirk's attorney as well. Heard him.
But you're still being sued for $10 million, bro. Like, I'd be shitting my pants about that for sure. It might even be 50 million. I don't even remember the number. They're just being sued for millions of dollars. Whatever. And the jury is allowed to see all these people asserting their Fifth Amendment right and infer that they're covering shit up. That's the difference between a criminal trial and a civil trial. They can do all that. In the criminal trial, though, they are adding a bunch of song lyrics this time around. That's not going to be good. They didn't have any lyrics in the first trial at all. So adding in all that is definitely not a good look either. But I don't agree with that either way. Honestly, I hate lyrics being in trials, but...
I agree. But to a certain degree or extent, it gives you an image of a person. As much as you like it or don't. It's a demon industry. He probably did something. Yeah. Nah, yeah.
Melly's coming home.
Bro is looking a little musty, so I'm thinking he needs some Scentbird fragrances from Scent Perfume door. The one for Green right now. And that's moms out there watching. If you bad stuff and helped, you know what I mean? Like, I know. Now, is this just me? Thank you guys. Back to the video.
Okay.
Now, is this just delusion, or is this just like what any mom would do? You know what I mean? Like, I know there's allegations that she did some bad stuff and helped Melly and got a call from him and all this shit. Any moms out there watching, if your son was in this position, would you have helped him in that situation and done this for the past 6 years, 7 years? Saying he's coming home, he didn't do that shit, he shouldn't be charged with this, free Melly, blah, blah, blah. What moms would do that? I gotta ask my mom what she would do if I called her from the bushes after just killing my two best friends. Telling her what's going on, because that's pretty much what the allegation is. Why would he call her after the murder and not tell her? You know what I mean? And then the whole storage unit thing after, and the miscommunication at the hospital with all the families and everything. Like, there's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it it takes a certain person to accept that. So if the mom, the mom must be like out of her mind as well, for the mom must be out of her mind as well for like even helping him, because like he became that. So mom is probably not really psychologically way more off than him. Probably. I don't know.
A lot of red flags.
In a
Yeah,
civil case, you
that's
can
true.
pretty much say
That's
and
true.
do whatever you want. Like, you can sue someone because they told you the sky was blue and you believe that it's green. And now they have caused you emotional distress. And guess what? You can go sue them for it. So, I don't care. All that stuff that y'all are seeing is all being like released on behalf like of the civil suit. None of this shit is gonna be used in the criminal case. None of it.
I agree. I even commented that on like one or two of the videos, a pinned comment saying none of this is going to be used in the criminal trial. This is all for the civil case, which is still not good. I mean, civil case, bro. That's the money side of things. Hell nah.
Once again,
That's true.
whatever you
That's true, man. He's coming home. No, he's not. I agree. Yeah. I would not drag my mom into it. I would not. What is it? Oof. Uh, I don't know what to say, boys. I really don't. Come on, man. Get her out of here. Courtrooms, mess, if or not, whatever, man. But get her out of here, man.
see in the first trial, which wasn't much, it's the same thing they're using for the second trial.
Which wasn't much.
It
Yes, there's
was
no
much.
murder weapon, but if you want me to list what they have against Melly, the list is
That's
pretty big.
I've seen it. I mean, like with the trajectories from the bullets, from the back seat, with the blood prints, with the gunpowder wasn't found on him because like he was it? He surrendered like few weeks, month later, if I'm not mistaken. Man, it's 6, 7 years ago as well, and the trial was like almost 2, 3 years ago. So that tells me again, time is flying by quick. But get her out of here. She should be in jail. She should be under investigation. But yeah, no, she was.
The ballistics,
Yeah,
blood spatter analysis, medical examiner with the stipling on the wound of Juvie's face,
damn.
showing he was shot execution style. Sack chaser was shot in the back of the head. There's no evidence of any other drive-by shooting. The footage of him getting in the
Yeah,
car.
and
Portland
the car was sprayed with bullets.
and not telling the police about Melly at all when he first arrived at the hospital. The phone tracking data too, but the list goes on. All the defense has to do is cast some doubt and try to get a juror thinking.
They are gonna try to use some lyrics. So that's the only thing. So no.
Oh, I thought she didn't remember the lyrics for a second. Yeah, they are adding lyrics and shit into the second trial.
No new evidence. Nothing has been discovered. All these witnesses and testimonies and videos that you guys are seeing on the internet, none of that shit has to do with the criminal case. None of that is coming in. That's called hearsay. There is rules of law when it comes to criminal court. And civil court, they're pretty it's anything goes. You can say whatever and whatever you want. That Phillips guy, that's what he's doing. Now, do I feel like it's a tactic to taint the jury by releasing all of this stuff because the jury's going to go in and they're not going to see these videos and not hear from them?
The thing is, look, boys, the thing is, I think Melly's gonna walk. Not because like he deserves it or because like I want it. It's completely the opposite, but because I think like the justice system is rigged. We all know it. It's a fact. The justice system is rigged. So, and he spent a lot of millions already on that trial, on course costs, probably. So, they do that with a lot of rich people. O.J. Simpson. Who else was it? There was a couple others. Like, if you have money, the most recent example was Diddy. With Diddy, I think it was a warning from the liquor lobby, or like because there was some stuff. But I think he's gonna walk. He doesn't deserve it at all. I think that would be a mess. This will be a disaster. This will be a disaster. But I think he's gonna walk due to insufficient evidence. I really think so as well. Because even though like they have a list of evidence, I don't know, man. I hope like 90% of me says, he's going to jail. But like those 10% in me, like the tiny voice inside of the back of my head tells me like, hey, he's gonna walk. Somehow he's gonna like slip right through. Somehow. Charge dismissed with prejudice, maybe even, so they can't go after him again.
These
I don't
alleged
know.
witnesses?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's definitely a
witnesses.
tactic.
She's not wrong. I've seen people commenting like, "Is this shit all coming out to taint the jury?" Like, there's comments on my
Like witnesses, even yeah. I mean, there's some stuff. Witnesses are not reliable. It's not a reliable evidence source. It's just not. It's just not. There's so many stuff that could happen visually that you think you're seeing, but it's not. It's not. And it's brutal.
my videos. I don't know if it's that or if he truly accidentally leaked this shit. Because if you had this, I don't know if people commenting.
Yeah. It's definitely a tactic.
She's not wrong. I've seen people commenting like, "Is this shit all coming out to taint the jury?" Like, there's comments on my videos. I don't know if it's that or if he truly accidentally leaked this shit. Because if you had this shit on a playlist on your YouTube channel, that shit could get leaked, bro. There's a good chance he's just trying to put anything out that makes Melly look terrible. Because, I mean, shit happens, bro. These people talked and they said shit that they didn't trust Melly. I mean, these people all said this in the interrogations. Dontavius Withers and Jacoby Mills both don't trust Melly, clearly, by these videos that leaked.
Hopefully he'll get his phone privileges back. I would love to talk to him for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. That would be like beautiful.
What do y'all think about that? He's charged with witness tampering. Should he have his phone privileges back?
No.
I don't know how this usually works in jails.
No.
Obviously. How long does this usually happen where they're not allowed to speak to anyone? Because I think that is kind of bullshit. Just monitor the calls. I mean, they do that anyway. And make sure he doesn't say anything to anyone. And if he does, charge him with witness tampering again. Because remember, if Melly... Let's say Melly beats the first murder case. The murder trial. He beats the second one. Miraculously. He has to go to trial for the witness tampering. Which is also life in prison. People don't realize that. There's 2 trials.
I don't know that man who keeps saying he's Melly dad. I don't know. I'm his dad. He looks like me. That's my child. he's doing
Wait,
interviews and
boys.
everything. Someone who's never met my child is doing interviews. That's delusional.
What? Is she actually responding to someone saying Melly's dad is doing interviews? Is that what's going on?
That's funny. Yo, that's actually comical. Like, no. Can he produce a picture of him and Melly together or any type of anything? I don't think so. People be really delusional. Good luck to that man. I hope he finds success with whatever he's doing with his little interviews and things.
Real quick, I just want to show this clip of a lawyer talking about the first trial.
Scene where this incident occurred. I think Melly has said in a statement, or someone has said, that he wasn't in that vehicle when the shooting occurred, and then they find video of him actually leaving the recording studio and getting in that vehicle with the two decedents and the co-defendant. So I think, oftentimes when defendants try to cover up what they've done, it becomes more of a conscious knowledge of guilt and really assists the prosecution.
And I think that's an interesting point you make, because we have Cortland Henry Bortland, YNW Bortland, who gave a statement to law enforcement at the hospital saying Melly wasn't in the car. I showed up at the hospital with my two friends, Juvie and Sack Chaser. But we have the surveillance footage showing them leaving the recording studio, and Melly is clearly in the back seat of that vehicle in the driver's side. They leave at like 2:19 a.m. He's in the driver's side back seat.
I
And
remember.
then,
Yeah, I remember the trajectory. Everything was like filing up to that, to that conclusion. I mean, like I thought it was really the case as well. For real. I mean, like I thought he's cooked. But I mean, like we got surveillance footage, and they're still weaning around for the last couple, like for the last half decade. Did he do it? Didn't he do it? It's obvious. People have been charged for the same offense with less evidence. They have been charged same brutally or more with less evidence, with a good story. Because sometimes the DA, if they got you in the crosshair, all they need is a good story. If they have a jury, in my country, it works a little bit differently, but you just gotta sell a good story. And if you're in the wrong time at the wrong place, you can be charged with for that offense. If the story like kind of sticks and your alibi is like kind of floaty. We got surveillance footage, we got trajectory, we got like gunpowder residue, we got everything blood splatter from Portland, which matched the description from Cuffboy. We got a lot of stuff. So what are we waiting for? So that's why I think it's a game of cat and mouse, back and forth, up and down, left and right. I think it's not gonna end like we want it to. I think it's not gonna end like yeah.
about 2 hours later.
What time's wrong? They left at like 3 something, I think, maybe.
Later or so, they show up, or I should say Bortland shows up at the hospital with the two victims in tow. So then they've got the cell phone evidence to go along with that. That to me is a huge hurdle to get over, this initial lie.
Yeah,
It's a lie. What is there to like? These are the facts. These are the facts. Maybe he left his phone in the car, and boys, let's be honest.
that, and then when you look at the forensic evidence that has been uncovered in the case, they looked at blood spatter, they looked at bullet trajectory to find where the origin of the initial shots, or the kill shot, so to speak, came from. And it looks like it came from that left side rear seat of the vehicle where he was where he had gotten into the car. Now, there's no question there's a lot of circumstantial evidence here in this case, and circumstantial evidence alone can lead to a conviction in a murder.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I just said. People have been convicted with less. Phone records, blood splatter, what did we say? Bullet trajectory, cell phone records, if I didn't mention it, camera surveillance, stories that check out with the evidence, but from the defendant, the stories do not check out. But it's still back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Probably because, like, yeah, I mean, like, he got the resources to, like, maybe, yeah, tamper witnesses, to throw out evidence to, like, for the DA to, like, because the DA has to comb through everything. And imagine, like, if you flood the internet with BS, with stuff that is just, I don't know, yeah. That's basically it. That's basically it. You can flood the internet with stuff, and they have to go through if they didn't, and because if they're using music lyrics, they have to go through other stuff as well. Is that true? Is that not true? And let's be honest, I mean, like, it's a heavy event. Two deceased victims, like two homicides in one night. I would not, I did not forget any fight, all the fights that I had. I remember all of them. And these are tiny events, like nothing big, nothing really thing. Every man had a fight in his life. But these are like, even though it's like 8 years ago, 8 years, yeah, seven, whatever, seven, close to eight. It's wild. Even though it's a long time ago, like, people do not remember, like, if they're not close to the victims or like close to the perpetrators or like really in that case involved, and now stuff's coming up, like, who the hell remembers that? Nobody. Nobody. What did you do at, like, the, what was it, 28th of October in 2018? Bro, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if I go through my Snapchat memories or like some other stuff, and I like can pinpoint my memory to a certain, yeah, but bro, forget it.
Murder case, and has done so. And I've handled cases where we had nothing but forensic circumstantial evidence. And the problem from the defense perspective, when you have circumstantial evidence, if you can't present expert testimony to rebut the prosecutor's circumstantial evidence of criminal activity, then you're basically swinging at shadows, because there's nobody to cross-examine. You can't call anybody a liar. So you can only challenge how this evidence was recovered, the prosecutor's circumstantial evidence of criminal activity. Then you're basically swinging at shadows, because there's nobody to cross-examine. You can't call anybody a liar. So you can only challenge how this evidence was recovered, chain of custody, how it was tested, were those procedures proper. And again, if you don't have your own expert, you're kind of just, chasing wind.
So that's what my boy's up against. I mean, Melly's mom was just being confident it's her son, but Jesus, man. This is a very experienced lawyer saying this is a hard one. 55% off at semper.com.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with that one. He's cooked, boys. He's cooked. He's gonna have a big brotherly dude in there being his bunkmate. He got long hair, so that's a use for him in there. Probably not. He's probably like he'll be a hero in there. But whatever, man. Keep those people away. Sometimes it's better. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment, subscribe, turn on notification only if you want to. But we all gotta say it. So that's what it is. I'll catch you later. See ya, boys.